Hello, welcome to Couples Drive, where married couples share their stories from when they met, courted, got married, and beyond. I'm your host, Atuboyan. This week, my guest is Pamela and Edem. They got married last year, and they accepted my invitation to hitch a ride, and this is part one of my ride with them. Take a look. Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're
Good?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for making time to hitch a ride with me. I'm very excited as usual.
Of course. Thank you
Yeah.
for having us.
So, how long have you guys been married?
It'll be a year next month, actually.
A year next month?
May 13th.
Wow. How does it feel?
It happened yesterday.
Yeah. It went by fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did.
How long have you known each other?
Too long.
Too long. Oh, okay. How long did you know each other before getting married?
How long do we know each other? Maybe like 10 years?
Yeah.
10, 11
10
years?
years.
Yeah, we knew each other before we got hitched.
So, it's not like you dated for 10 years, but you knew each other 10 years.
So, that's really weird and complicated at the same time.
So, you know
So,
what? In order to uncomplicate things, how did you meet?
so we met in school
Okay.
while I was in school, in college. And he had just relocated to that area. So we met at a party that
You got to tell the story from the beginning.
from the
like you
beginning.
said.
Okay. Well, do you want to tell the story?
No, but if you're going to tell it, you got to tell it from the beginning.
Okay,
So-
Adam, help us out.
Yeah, help us out.
So, I went to New Paltz with a couple of friends.
Okay.
We had a program up there, and I met a young lady who happens to be friends with Pam.
Okay.
And she mentioned to me that she had a friend who goes to Stony Brook. And, she told me about the friend or whatever not. It was like, oh, maybe you guys could meet or whatever not. And I was like, all right, no problem. But I didn't think much
Now,
of it.
you were in Stony Brook.
I had just moved out there.
Okay. All right.
Yes. So, a couple of weeks passed. There was an event on campus, and I went on campus. A couple of my frat brothers, were there too, and one of them pulled me aside and said, "Oh, one of his friends from African Union wants to meet me because she knows
ASU, shout out.
she heard about me through a friend of hers who goes to New Paltz who met me couple of weeks prior." So I was like, okay,
So, yes. So, like he said, a friend of mine said, oh, when you go to this party, go look for him. Ask for him because I've been talking about you to him. So I went with my cousin Liz. Hey, Liz. And we went to this party, and when I got there, I was asking the guys, my bros. I'm like, do you have a bro named so-and-so? Because I was told that he was going to be here. So eventually one of them had seen him and pointed him out to me. And as a side note, he was dancing with this girl who had like the craziest looking stockings. I'm like, that's the guy? So, I mean, even though they were still on the dance floor, like I went up to him and, I said, hi, I'm Pam. My friend is so-and-so who told me to come and meet you and, just to say hello. And that was about it. We said hello. He said hi. I said hi. And then that was about it. We both went our separate ways. And, yeah, so that's the first encounter.
But why did your friend ask you to go say hi to him? Did you guys know why?
No, I think it was just like a thing because I went to New Paltz initially. So when, like, I guess she had met him and he had mentioned that he had relocated to the Stony Brook area. She just happened to say, oh, like my friend used to go here, but she's in school there. So just, and she's part of ASU. And since he was there with his frat brothers who are very involved in ASU, that's why she probably said that, like, oh, Pam should be there, so find her and, introduce yourself and stuff like that.
So now that we've gotten that out of the way, how does it feel being married? You've been married for a year, you have some experience under your belt.
Experience?
Yeah.
Still feel like it was yesterday we got married. So.
Yeah,
but is it everything you expected? And from all that you were told and you read and learned, about marriage, is it everything that you really expected marriage to be?
Yes. For me. Yeah, I mean, having to live with somebody you never lived with before, getting to know somebody else. Like, dating somebody and living with somebody is totally different.
Okay.
Because there's certain habits you're not familiar with until you actually live with somebody. And you get to find out those habits. Some could be good, some could be bad. But so far, I would say, marriage has been pretty good. Don't have much to complain about,
Pam, you sound surprised.
No, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised at the same time. So, was it everything I expected? No. I thought it would be harder. Thanks be to God. I thought it would be harder, especially the first year. Like you said, when you're getting married, you get so much advice. You get advice from your parents. You get advice from, we seek counseling. So, you get advice and you read and you try to, I guess, inform yourself of what to expect. I'm the type of person, I think the more I'm prepared and the more I know about something, the easier it is for me to adjust. If you just kind of throw me into a situation, it's harder for me to adjust, to it, whatever the situation might be. So I think that the adjustment period was not as bad as I thought, because I expected it to be tougher.
So what are some of the adjustments specifically that you've had to make since you guys got married?
Do you want to answer that first?
Basically, she does not like to watch TV with the volume up.
She does not like what?
To watch TV with the volume up.
Oh.
I'm the opposite.
Like last
Yes. That's just me. So either sports, movies, whatever not, I need to be in the moment. I need to feel like I'm in the environment.
Right.
So, but she wants it to be as low as possible. And we go back and forth on that a lot.
A lot.
But those are just little things here and there, but nothing.
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback on that. That drives me crazy. That is an adjustment because sometimes I'm like, I'm going to sleep now. And I'll text him, like I'll be in the room and I'll send him a text. I'm like, this is super loud. You gotta, and he's like, it's not loud. I can't hear anything. I'm like, it's driving me crazy. I can't. And yeah, so that's, and he, to me, loves to watch TV a lot, right? So I'm not the type of person, I can't sit here and just watch TV all day. Like, when I'm off, I just can't do it. A lot of times, by the time he's coming home, if I'm off, I had just turned on the TV and I'm watching my news. It's cool, calm, and collected, right? Here comes Mr. Busybody here. He has to watch his sports, his this, and, the volume is super high. And another thing that I'm adjusting to is his gadgets, right? This man has like 10 gadgets. So to me, if you're telling me you're watching TV...
Only 10?
I know, only 10. God forbid he gets more, right? So to me, if you're telling me you're watching TV, I'm expecting that you're watching TV. But he's watching TV. He's on his phone. He's on his iPad. He's on, I mean, everything he could be on, the computer. And I'm like, are you watching it or am I watching it? Because I don't even want to watch this. You know, so, but like he said, these are just minor things that you just, you know, you just have to communicate about, but it's not the end of the world, you know, so.
So now going back to when you guys first met, you said you guys knew each other for about 10 years.
So, yeah.
At what point did you actually realize that he's going to be your husband, or actually saw him in that light or that capacity?
That's funny. Interestingly, I always did tell Edem that he reminds me of my dad. Like, always from the beginning. Not so much because I thought, oh, I'm going to marry him or whatever. I mean, you know, you never know in life, but I saw a lot of similarities between how my father is and how he is. And I remember I always used to tell him that. Remember that? You know, just the personality-wise and just like even the decision-making and things like that. So I always thought that was, you know, interesting because to me, my dad is, he's like the best, you know, he's a good man. And so I saw that in him a lot. As far as when did I think I was going to I wanted to marry him, you know, I'm one of those people that I don't really dwell on like, you know, this is it for me. Like, you're it. I'm going to marry you no matter what. I'm very open to, like, what God has planned for my life. I'm open to that. So, yes, I mean, I guess after a while, knowing each other for a while, I'm like, I do see myself with this guy. Like, I could marry him. Jeez, I don't know. I can't give you years. Like, I don't know. After getting to know him, but then it's like it's really hard to pinpoint the exact time that I felt like, oh, I know this guy. You know, like, because I'm very hard to get to know because I'm very, you know, it takes a long time to kind of get things out of me. I could be very closed, and I could be very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't really open up to people that much. So for me to get to a point where I'm like, okay, I open myself up to you, or like I'm willing to learn about you. I couldn't pinpoint the exact time, the timing of it, but I do know that at some point of getting to, you know him, and after knowing him for a while, like I could see myself with him, as in like long term, like married to you. And also just like I said, we do have a lot of friends, and what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, mutual friends. Thank you. And a lot of them, ironically, would, even in the beginning when we first met, people would be like, you guys would be great for each other. Like, you know, like they know me, they know him separately. And then they would always say, you guys would be just great for each other. Just the personalities will match. Remember how like Kofi and them, all of them used to say that. Like Kellen, all the guys used to say that. And, you know, for guys to say that, I'm like, okay. But even till now, so it's like a lot of our friends that knows us and know that we eventually did get married. Yeah, none of them are surprised. They're like, oh, it's about time. You know, they all say that. It's about time.
Edem, what about you?
Yeah, it's probably the same for me. Like the first few years, we were basically just friends, really. But at the same time, like we had mutual friends, so we hung around each other a lot. And you know, I started to notice certain characteristics about her, how very thoughtful and caring she was, and how like she was basically like to her friends, her immediate friends, like she was like like a type of like mother to them or something like that, which was kind of odd, but it just showed me that how mature she was. So it was very easy to like, you know, let me try to get to know her. It was very easy for me to come to that point. So, and plus, a lot of my friends, like she said, were very fond of her, like that, and they thought she was a very good person. So, I mean, getting to know her, the decision was very easy to make.
Right. So, at what point in your relationship did you guys actually decide to make it official?
Did we ever decide to make it official?
Who made the first move?
He did.
Yeah,
he definitely did. Please, he did. Yeah, he must have, and I don't remember exactly when that happened, but he definitely did, and I don't think I made it easy for him either. Well, at least that's what he says, right?
Yeah.
That I didn't make it easy for him, which.
What do you mean she didn't make it easy? Like,
I mean, like she said, she's very closed, you know. So it was, and I guess I don't know what it was. Like she thought I was some type of player or something like that.
Did I?
Yeah, she used to tell me that a lot. Like,
did I?
So I don't know. She probably didn't think I had the right intentions. So you know, so I mean, it was hard at first. I mean, I guess then as we got to know each other much better, you know, I guess she let her guards down.
I mean, don't get me wrong, with the play part, I don't remember that, but I do know. No. I mean, you're probably right. I don't know why I would think that, but I mean, especially now, like looking back, like you of all people, which is funny. But
yeah, because you mentioned it from her first image of me.
Right.
Was Dance with That Girl. So from there, remember, makes sense now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The girl with that funny stocking?
Yes, the colorful stocking girl. No, but you know what it was? I think at some point I'm like, okay, I don't mind getting to know this guy because of the fact that Edem is the type of person that people genuinely love this guy. And I never understand. I'm like, everywhere now that we go together, you just give it a day. Just give it a day. And people just flock towards him. And they genuinely love this guy. And I'm like, who are you? Like, what's going on? And I remember back then, like, his bros and people that knew him, everybody loved him and everybody respected him. It's like, I feel like they put him on this like pedestal type of thing where it's like, oh, Edem is doing it. Oh, Edem is coming. And they just respected him. You know, even like back then, they just respected him. And I was always in my mind, I'm like, why? Like, what is it about this guy that people respect so much and people admire so much? And, you know, but then it's like, as you get to know him, you realize, like, he is genuinely very intelligent, you know, and he's the type that always wants to see people win. So he gives, like, the best advice for, you know, and it's like, even if he's not there, he always encourages you to be the best of who you can be as a person. So, you know, like he said, if I made it hard for you initially, just, you know, hearing the testimonies of what people around him that knew him would say, that in itself was like, oh, okay, so it's not just maybe like, just from being friends and talking to him, it's not maybe him telling me what he thinks I want to hear. This is who he is as a person, you know, so that helped.
Edem, what is one thing that Pam did during your courting, you know, stages that, or maybe since you guys met, that really sort of confirmed your, you know, perception or your opinion of her, like, this is going to be a good girl to really, you know, want to make my wife in the future?
That's easy. She threw me a surprise birthday party.
Hello and welcome back. That was part 1 of my ride with Edem and Pamela. I hope you learned something for your own relationship as usual. Couples Drive is all about learning, educating, and entertaining. So I hope you learned something. I'll see you next time with part 2. Until then, let's keep love alive. Stay blessed.